I think
business model, or-
Sylvia was talking about the overall perspective and the community and the development. I do business sustainability and work with specific organizations. So I have a framework that when I work with organizations, I walk them through at a real high level. I think you have a slide there for my framework. But there's a couple factors that if you're in an organization, what should you be thinking about to be more sustainable, and if you want to move through to sustainable manufacturing in a circular economy. There's a couple key environmental factors. It's the energy, your water use, materials, and toxic control. You should be thinking about what's coming in your organization and what's going out of your organization. So what's the waste and disposal that you have? And you should look at all aspects of your business. So in the beginning, or at least when I got into this, it was all about green buildings, which is great, and your facilities and real estate are an important environmental factor that you need to consider. But it's also your products and your services, your transportation and shipping, which gets into the discussion of the manufacturing that we're talking about. And then don't forget your administrative function. You're using computers, you're using energy to heat your office space. So all of those areas of your business. And then the last consideration is what we really are talking about, the circular economy, trying to operate within that closed loop business cycle. So looking at what's coming in, again, trying to minimize those virgin natural resources that you're using, trying to minimize what's going out and into the landfill. Can you replicate what nature's doing and try to compost to maybe use that waste for another purpose, so recycling, or going back to nature to actually feed the soil. It's all about using the resources effectively and being able to put those back in the business cycle. So I think what we tend to think about, or what we tend to do right now, are very linear processes. So we take from the earth, we use it once, and then we basically throw it into landfill. And that's not a very efficient use of resources. So what we're trying to talk about is putting that, instead of going in a straight line, get it into a circle. Once you bring it into the cycle, use it again and again, reuse it, and try to feed that cycle. So that's the most effective use of our resources.
Sure makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, and it's not rocket science, it's pretty basic, but it's just raising that awareness and thinking about all of those things. And I put it out on a grid and work and chart that out. So then looking at it, thinking about how you're using all those areas, and then say, okay, well, what's my biggest impact area? Where can I make changes and incrementally get to that circular economy?